People, deluded. I'm gonna be here quick, probably 5 minutes. If I'm not, unsubscribe. No, don't though. But what was I gonna say to you lot now? Now, a lot of debates been said in regards to Aubameyang and Lacazette. Oh, Lacazette don't turn up away from home. He doesn't do this. He's not scoring. He was poor at the weekend. Aubameyang, someone who's probably gonna get 20 league goals or got very close to it. He doesn't offer us enough in terms of general play. He's sometimes He's not the best technically. He needs to give us more from a striker beyond scoring goals. All of that might be valid, and some points might be valid. These players are not perfect, people. You're entitled to have your opinions. But I've been hearing talk of selling either player, people, and for me, that's absolute nonsense. Obviously, with Arsenal and the apparent budget we have, them two being kind of our star players, if they can command decent fees, if Unai or anyone did deem them needing to be sold or moved on, then fair play. But for me anyways, people, I believe I'm happy with both, clearly, because we've had worse strikers. I'm not going to draw anyone else out and disrespect anyone, but we've had terrible strikers. For me, it's a good conundrum to have. Now, people can have their preferences, but for me, you need two good strikers in your side, or if not good strikers, a Liverpool sort of thing where, fair enough, these men might not be out and out strikers, but if Firmino's not on it, Mane's on it, yeah, you see what I'm saying, Salah's on it, a couple other players are on it, maybe not so much Madrid now, but you had Ronaldo, Benzema, PSG, you've got Neymar who's world class, and Mbappe, for me, is world class in his own right, they're together in case one's not on it. You've got Cavani and Di Maria, another support cast. Barca, you've got the king in Messi, then you've got Suarez, you've got Dembele, you've got Coutinho. If it's not necessarily a striker, you need people that can score goals. Without probably Lacazette's assists and Aubameyang's goals and both of them together, where would we be in the table, people? They're not perfect. Like I said, valid debate about Aubameyang possibly needing to give us more in terms of his general play. Possible good debate in regards to Lacazette. I love Lacazette. I think he's a great striker and he's good for our side beyond actually goal scoring. But for the 2 seasons he's been here, whatever way we dress it, has he been that 20 league goal striker? No. Aubameyang, yeah, like I said, general play, a lot of that is valid, people, like I've been saying, and I agree. But he's 20 league goals. All comps he's been scoring goals. It's a good conundrum to have. I don't believe it could be a thing where, okay, if it was a radical thing and one was sold and we signed some top, and I mean top bracket wingers, people, not no joke, man, top wingers that are guaranteed the Mo Salah sort of goals and Mane sort of goal range, and you see what I'm saying with that sort of angle. If we had one number 9 and that, then cool. But I'd still think we'd need a 9 on the bench, one of good quality, because I believe that about Liverpool. I made a video about it time ago, and I'm going to do another one. I believe Liverpool, to a degree, need a number 9, in the sense that if one is not on it, the others can be there. Now, they haven't really got a number 9, and they could possibly win the league, so there's half-truths, and I'm talking nonsense in another truth as well, but you get where I'm going. Games where I don't feel we play necessarily to Aubameyang's best strengths at all times, but we had to look at I'm not going to go into specifics, but he's always been about goal scoring. He's never been about general play. He needs to offer more in that regards, I agree. But he's about general play. Games where it's open and runs in behind and balls into space, he can thrive. When it's games where you need to be a bit more technical based and stuff, Lacazette's not the quickest. He can get in behind, and he's very intelligent, but he's not the quickest. And clearly he's not as lethal in front of goal as Aubameyang. They're both scoring goals and they're both lethal, but the statistics speak for themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? There's games where you need both. There's games where one's going to be at, games when one's not. Obviously, sometimes you need to play both. And if one's in great form and the other's not playing, you can see how they can get frustrated. You kind of saw that. You will have seen that. There's been periods of Aubameyang starting, Lacazette's been on the bench. Periods both are starting. Periods Lacazette's actually been number 1 and Aubameyang's had to hold it off the bench. And he's looked good off the bench sometimes, good off the flanks, good through the middle. Lacazette scored some goals off the bench, forgive me if I'm wrong, and scored some goals starting, especially big games. So I believe it's a good conundrum to have. Beyond all of that as well, people, I believe there's serious areas to fix collectively for in this side before you talk about removing Aubameyang and or Lacazette. Could you imagine if we listened to some people and sold both? We're creating more problems or more holes in our side before we fixed up defence in many aspects and many other areas. If we fix up all them other areas, then cool, but if you're gonna build a house, you don't think first. Obviously, you interior design and you've planned what your house is gonna look like. But before you've put the foundations and the roots, and construction people help me out, but all the foundation stuff that goes into making a house, you're not gonna paint the wallpapers or talk about removing wallpapers or talk about what you want to do with your wallpapers or how many sockets you want before a foundation's there. When we've got the proper back four, a quality centre half coming in. The options that we can move forward with in defence, all clicking on one page. Fullbacks clicking collectively as a side, knowing how to defend in many different aspects, and midfield the same. Then we can talk about chopping and changing and doing things. Because you lot know me, I would love to have a side like that where we have two good strikers. My preference is actually 1-6 striker and two great goal scoring wingers, like you typically see in football nowadays. So if we can fix up areas before we present more issues, then that's another one. So that's that done. I wasn't actually meaning to speak about this, people, but it's kind of, I'm actually seeing my notes I made in my lunch break about it. Denis Suárez, his time at Arsenal is more or less done. We know he's had a groin injury, people, and the groin injury is going to keep him out for this season at least, or the remainder of this campaign. It remains to be seen if Arsenal have any plans to make him permanently. I did feel at one point they did. Maybe these injuries have plagued him before he came to the club and during his time, clearly. Probably not going to be kept at the club, and it is a dud, really. Like I said earlier, as a joke, as a bit of light-hearted banter, through no fault of his own, he hasn't been able to apply himself or been given the opportunity. Maybe there's been injuries or concerns, but he's been signed, he came on loan. His best performance was in a friendly in Dubai against, no disrespect to them, they probably are full-timers, but part-timers for the sake of this conversation. He looked decent in his little cameo against United when we beat them. Apart from that, not really had the opportunity, and it's harsh because he's barely played, but in the minutes, hasn't really happened, and it's been a worse signing than Kim Kallstrom. I said that as a bit of banter once upon a time, and it has, because at least he scored a penalty at Wembley. For him, hope he first and foremost gets over his problems that have been niggling him and have been niggling him at the moment. Hope he gets over that first and foremost. Hopefully he can sort out his situation away from Barcelona, because his agent spoke of Napoli interest, and clearly he hasn't got a future at Barcelona beyond possibly just being a squad player, because Arthur's always getting subbed. Coutinho's starting games but being subbed, and there's all debate about him. Dembele the same. Question marks over bringing in another striker. So these are all quality players, borderline well, majority of them are world class in my opinion, or top class. That's before talking about Denis Suárez, who, no disrespect, isn't off the same cloth or bracket with them players there. But sad that he hasn't been given the opportunity. It is what it is. Wasted loan fee money, 2.2 something million or whatever. There's no way around it. Hopefully he just gets better in better health, and there's no more to say on that, and there's really nothing more for me to say, so I'm going to keep it moving on that topic, people. DG, I'm out, man. It's time to take a shower and eat food, man. It's been a long day. Yeah, I'm out. Thank you for watching.